I have been very, very, very excited for the Scott Cooper film produced by Guillermo del Toro. Obviously, I'm a huge Guillermo del Toro fan. Wendigo, or sorry, Antlers. It's about a Wendigo. Um, I mean, that's the first thing I wanted to talk about is, in an era when we are literally starved for original IP, I was excited to see something basically totally original. And um I enjoyed this film. I enjoyed this film a lot. It was an interesting film because all the pieces of it were aligned for it to be like a total classic. Watching this movie, I was like, everything is good. The sound design is good. The acting is good. The special effects are good. The monster is good. Um, I it when I got done, I was like, why did I not enjoy that more? And I'm going to be honest. Despite this film taking so long, and despite this film being very good, it felt empty. It is the word I would use to describe it. There are only really like four characters in the entire film. Um, and despite being set in nature, there's like very little like nature shot. Um, and the film almost feels like it's confined. I don't know. I don't know how else to define that, or how else to like say that, but the film, there's one scene in particular where a lot is happening in a very small planting shed, and you're kind of like, why is everything happening in this very small planting shed? Um, it's literally about mankind abusing the environment. Um, I don't think that is a theme of the movie, respectfully. I think this film is very much about the abuse of children and cycles of addiction. Um, I think there's some really interesting commentary on child abuse and addiction in the film. I think those are the most kind of um like apparent themes in the film. I don't know about the story. The story might be much more about the short story this is based on might be much more about man's relationship with nature, but the film certainly almost has nothing to do with nature. Um, Maybe save from one shot that they have of like a kind of like dilapidated mine. Other than that, I think it has some almost like very heavy-handed takes on like how addiction can manifest itself in abuse, and abuse can manifest itself in addiction, and then addiction can then in turn manifest itself in abuse. I think the Wendigo, a lot of the things that are said about the Wendigo are commentary on how addiction can make a person a monster, right? I think the idea, the whole nature of like having your soul devoured, um, and becoming a monster that has to consume only to consume. I think that is a commentary on addiction. Suffice to say, I think Antlers is a movie that if you're looking for a horror movie, if you're looking for a horror movie, it certainly scratches an itch. I think there are some very interesting things going on there. I don't think it's a film that I disliked in any way. In fact, I would give it a very, solid 8, but there was nothing about the film that really blew my nips off. And I think when you're a film that has been in development for that long, and the expectations are so high, an 8 kind of, even though an 8 is a very good score, it feels a little less than satisfying, right? It's like the idea when you go to a 5-star restaurant, if you have a good meal, you're kind of like, oh, well, whatever. But you're expecting to have your nips blown off. So I really enjoyed it. I think you should see it, but hey.